everyone. Sorry for the delay, but welcome to the Surviving the Aftermath weekly stream. I will be your host today. I am Venla, a game designer here at Iceflake Studios. And today I have something very special actually to show you. As some of you might know, we just had a very special announcement of our second DLC, second major DLC, I should say. It is called Shattered Hope, and today I will be showcasing, well, all or most of its features. There might be some things, some small things that will be still left in secrecy, but I will be showing that all to you. But in case you're not really familiar with the DLC, you have not seen our beautiful trailer yet. First off, I'd like to show it to you, and then we'll jump into highlighting all the features. But I guess let's just take a look at it first.
I repeat, this is a general alert. A severe lunar debris warning. Take shelter and keep safe from impact. Repeating, a severe lunar debris warning. Take shelter and keep safe from impact.
So that was that, and I do hope you're already familiar with our game, the base game, because that might have not made much sense if you're not. But well, I'll just tell to everyone watching if you're not familiar with the base game. But this is a survivor builder, a post-apocalyptic survival builder. I always get that like mixed up. But yes, and right now we have added, well, it's not live yet, I'm so sorry, but we will be adding the second major DLC, which will be called Shattered Hope. And as you could see, there were like some moon things involved, and the hope is falling and the colony must rise again from the hope that has been shattered. Okay, well, I have prepared a save here for you guys, so I can like go through all the features. I am so very excited about all of these features, but I'll try to calm myself down and really explain all things and everything. But if you have any questions, because well, I am pretty familiar with all of these features here, so please do ask questions. If I skip over something or you don't understand like what is going on, then please do ask. Any and all sorts of questions will be appreciated. So this DLC, first of all, will become live and playable to all of you guys at the, let's check, 3rd of November. I believe that was also in the trailer, but 3rd of November, so like 2 weeks from now, this will be available to all of you guys, and that is PC, Xbox, and PlayStation platforms all at the same time, which is amazing. And it will be a little bit smaller than our first DLC, but the price range will be somewhere around like 10-ish dollars or euros, or I guess if you live somewhere else, maybe then not around 10 of that currency, but well, you get it. Okay, now let's jump into the game. And here is the save. I hope you can all see it. Please say that if you can. But this, I have to be quite honest, I have cheated a bit. Because you can see it's day 17 and the colony is very advanced. But I wanted to do this so that I could show you everything that is going on without really, having to play through the game. So what is most important here? Let's go through the list. I have prepared a list because there are so many different features, and even I can't remember them all, even though I have been part of the development for the whole time since the beginning. All right. So as you can see, if you have played the base game, here are a couple of new additions that you might notice immediately. So this one will be on our free update. Yes, there will also be a free update, but the day meter has gone through a beautiful facelift, and it's now very easy to see where the night where the night begins and also day ends, or however. And you can also see here like where the specialists action points will be refreshed. So that is very beautiful, very nice. Also here is something new, but we will go through that a little bit later, because we will start by explaining maybe the new resources that we have. So I'll just press play here and hopefully we can all see what will happen. Yes, there it is. So you just saw something new fall from the skies, and these are the lunar fragments that now will be falling down. So a mound of moon rocks, which you can collect and turn into beautiful lunar dust. But without further ado, let's just check on the event that I will read to you. So this part will normally happen a little bit earlier in the game. Also, what I forgot to mention, that this DLC will be compatible with your older saves, so you do not have to start a new game. You can start this at any time, and all the features will be available to you. But let's check. So, the shattered moon. At the peak of the cataclysm years ago, we witnessed our moon shatter into a million pieces. While decades have passed since this event, smaller chunks of the broken moon still get pulled down into the atmosphere with disastrous consequences. Setbacks like these negatively affect hope, which can cause anguish in colonists. On the upside, these moon rock deposits are filled with a rare resource that can be used to boost productivity by enabling overtime. Extra resources produced this way can be used to hold feasts to raise the colonists' spirits. And then we have Moonrock Scavengers, Trauma Center, and Colony Square unlocked. So these are all new buildings that will be available to you. And that is pretty cool. And so the moon has shattered, as we can see here. But the thing is, that's not new to this DLC. So in our lore, the moon has been shattered since the beginning, and since the early access even. So in some of old photos you may see, when you were able to pan to the sky, you may see that the broken moon has always been in the sky. But now the reason for the theme of this DLC is exactly that. We wanted to showcase the specialness of our world, and really the reason that the whole world shattered all those years ago. So yes, the moon broke, everything really went downhill from there. But now, so now we have brought that moon feature really closer to the game. So we may see what kind of things that does to the colony. And yes, there will be new disasters. So they can damage the buildings, but also there is hope, there is positivity. So I'll start by explaining this feature. So there are these rocks that you can collect with the Moonrock Scavengers. It works, well, pretty simply. You just move the work area, and I have pre-built these buildings, but they can be found from here. And they have that special icon right there that tells you that these buildings are special to this DLC. So once you collect them, they will be turned into lunar dust, which I have plenty, because again, I have cheated. I have every possible resource you could ever imagine. Well, apparently not fiber or electronics, but everything else I have plenty. Lunar dust, and how that is used is kind of interesting. But first, I'll check. I have one question here. Can I fix the moon? I got plenty of duct tape. I guess you could try. I would encourage it. I think the world would be much better if the moon was still whole. But how you can use lunar dust is very simple. First, I'll just take these in, and this is great because there are so many of these guys are sick. So I can actually boost this building. I can force it to go to overtime with the use of the lunar dust. So I click here, which puts the building in overtime mode. So it will, for 48 hours, it will work at like double the efficiency, or double, or something like that. It will work much more efficiently. So even if you don't have like all the medical supplies or things, you can still maybe like quicken the pace of things. And you can do this with most of the buildings, most of the production buildings. So here we have mess hall producing meals. So you can also overtime this building, and now I'll just overtime everything. But schools you can overtime, but so many other buildings you can. So this has been a lifesaver for me in a couple of harder saves to be able to quickly produce resources. And I think that's a very neat feature. I do like that. But maybe enough of that. What are the best buildings to boost? Oh, that's a great question. Personally, I would really maybe encourage boosting the medical tents, because then you maybe don't need to build so many. So I do like that, but it's very situational. So if you're running out of planks and you really need them to build something, or running out of plastic and you need that for something else, yeah, then boost whatever you need. And there are some events that also, some new events, yes, that need the dust. So also it's good to have like a stack of it ready. But yeah, we have a lot of features, so I would love to talk about boosting all day, but we we gotta move on because we have so much. Yes, so the name of the DLC is Shattered Hope, and Hope is a new mechanic that has been tied to, well, many things. So this here is the Hope bar. So Hope is a new global parameter or meter, however you'd like to say that. And if it is low, well, the colonists are not doing well mentally, and that is something that I'm very glad we're able to add into the game. So, because, well, of course, I'll actually have to pause the game because otherwise issues will occur. But it is something that I'm glad that we were able to add here, because of course, living in the apocalypse is harsh and really tough on your mental well-being. Happiness has been here, but happiness is more like fluctuating. One day you're happy and another day you're like really angry and sad. But hope is something that is moves slower and is maybe harder to, move from one place to another place without really like making an effort. So if you're low on hope, the colonists will become anguished. And anguish is a new condition we have added that cannot be healed in the normal medical facilities, but needs special treatment. And it is a slow condition to heal from. So you do not want many people to get anguished. Also, anguished colonists, if you leave them anguished for too long, they will turn hostile and turn against you and start causing havoc all over the colony. And I don't think you want that. So the way to deal with this, well, if you can keep your hope up, that's great. But if you can't, because disasters and catastrophes and all kinds of bad events that you can't always control will have an effect on hope. So if you can't control that, then there is another way to control anguish, and that is the trauma center. So here I can press play because I have a couple of anguish colonists here, so I hope they can both make it without turning hostile. So in trauma center you have like only one patient slot and one worker. So these colonists that are anguished need time to relax and take a breather to be led back into society and have their mental well-being checked. And yeah, that's important, and that is done with this beautiful building, and that is of course found in the health tab right here. So that's great. I'll check the questions now. Why are you on Survive? Why are you on City Skylines category? Well, City Skylines were streaming just before us, so that explains that. And then we have another question. Just curious, this game have like a world map? So I do believe this is what you were asking, like, do we have a world map? And here it is. Here you can explore and do many kinds of things. Here we have some sort of trade route going. So yes. All right. So where was I? I have to check my notes to see I don't skip over anything. Oh yes, about hope. So as I said, you can continue with an older save. And hope is one thing because we wanted to keep the game, casual for the players that want a casual experience. So have selected easy options in the pre-game selections. But on the other hand, we wanted Hope to really challenge the players who, there are people, maybe you're one of these guys who always wants to have like more challenges. So we wanted Hope to really also add to that. So just keep in mind, if you are starting with an older save, just remember that it will have a strong impact. Your pre-game choices have a strong impact on how the hope bar feels, because every disaster, every catastrophe, knocks it down. So if you have chosen hard settings, it will get knocked down frequently and will be more hard to keep up. Okay, I'll check the comments once more. Oh, you're just talking to each other. Okay. Yeah. And then we have Mechanic of Hope is very cool and innovative. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I like it as well. Oh yeah, but yes, so if you want to keep hope up, now we get to the positive side, which is also very important. In the Aftermath, we really like to, stay in the negative zone, but in this DLC, we have brought them some positivity, even in the end times. Well, in normal ways, hope can be kept up with, making the right choices in events or winning in combat. Of course, those can also go in, the bad directions. But something purely positive is this strange little building, which I have also upgraded. So this is not what you will see when you first get this building. But this one is called, the Colony Square, and then the upgraded one, Hope Square, because again, I have cheated, so I have the better version of the building. And this is one of the coolest features of this whole DLC. So as you can see, I have too little hope. I would like to have some more hope, so I can just select a feast. And at this upgraded version, I have two options. So I could host for the whole colony a small feast, or I could host a large feast. So small feast, it says simple festivities with food and drinks to are sure to cheer everyone up. I'm sorry, I can't read right now. Feast cost is tied to the number of colonists. So here we can actually see from up here what kind of increase this small feast would have. So it also gives us entertainment, but that is of course only for a short period of time. But if you're really struggling with happiness, this is also a great way to boost that. And that costs, food, and then firewood to keep it warm, and something to set everything up. But if you have upgraded the building and would like some more hope, as you can see, yes, now it really fills up, this meter right here. A large feast. So colonists engulf themselves in luxury meals and well celebrations. Feast cost is tied to the number of colonists as well. But here, this one takes meals, fuel, and firewood. So this is a little bit more costly, of course, but I think it's worth it. So we'll just pick it so you can see what happens when you choose this feast. So, a beautiful way. We have fireworks. Oh, that's beautiful. And you see, we have so much hope. And the animations and everything is just beautiful. It's great. All right. And now I have shown this one. Then what else I would like to show you? Well, sadly, we do not have, so we have added new events also tied specifically to this DLC. And there are, let me check, 7 new events, I believe, that are included with this package that are all somehow tied to these new features. So those are interesting, but unfortunately I cannot show them to you because, I had to have had the beginning event here. So I can't show any of those, but you will for sure see those as you play along. Uh, all right, then the next thing would be this one. So if you have been annoyed that I have not clicked this button right here, I will do it now. So there is a special quest also included here. So we'll just open it right here. So this as well is the Shattered Moon. A bright blue light illuminates the night sky, waking the colony from its slumber. All eyes are drawn to a large lunar fragment falling towards the horizon. The impact is enormous, and the aftershock is felt in the colony shortly after. The crash site must be nearby. The amount of lunar dust from such a location would undoubtedly be of use to the colony and should be checked out immediately. This begins the special Shattered Hope DLC quest. So yeah, this quest, well, it's lovely, it's special, but if you're playing and starting from the beginning, it's not about that it does not appear this early. As I said before, I have cheated, so it will appear more like on the day 30 or something. So if you're playing, then you must wait until at least there to see the quest. And of course, if you have another side quest active, you cannot have two quests on at the same time. So, but we could check out where our location is. It is here. And as you can see, also here we have a special crater. So let's see if we have time to make it there, but I believe we do. So we'll just maybe go to that next location. I will not be showing off the whole quest here, so you can play that on your own, because, well, I don't want to spoil everything, and there's still like 2 weeks until this DLC gets released. So can't give out all the good things just yet. But now, if you are curious of what the quest holds and don't want any spoilers on that, now is the time to close your screens or mute me, because I will tell you what kinds of things get unlocked from the quest. And one of the things that gets unlocked from the quest is this special upgrade. So if you want this upgrade, you have to play the quest. So there is no way around that. You can also get from the quest these special buildings. So if you played the game, these may not look familiar to you. And there's a reason for that, because they're not been in the game. So we have a med hut and we have a mushroom farm. So yeah, finally there are mushrooms in the game. Some people have been like, there should be mushrooms. And now there are, which is great. So here we have 3 new types of mushrooms. And I'll also go through all of them one by one. So first of all, we have the Serenity Shroom, which is a key component if you want to produce medicine to heal colonists from anguish. So anguish was the new condition that you can have if hope is low. So this is a key component to make that. Anti-stress is its name. The next mushroom would be mutant fungi. And this is used actually to produce antibody against mutations. So mutation is another condition that we previously have not had a medication to. So because the mushrooms fit in with the team so well, so now there is also a way to heal from mutation faster, because mutation takes a long time to heal from. Also anguish takes a long time to heal from. These are essential, really essential to start to produce. Also, you can sell them for a good amount of money. I'll just do that because we have an event that I may want to show you. And then the third type of mushroom is a common mushroom. And well, these mushrooms you cannot eat. They're purely medical, but this one is an edible mushroom. And as you may know, some vegetarian products are made from mushrooms, and this is kind of that. You can use this instead of meat. So if you want to do like a challenge run, no meat, vegan run, because apocalypse is not hard enough, you want to limit yourself more, this could be the way to do it. So you can make meat meals out of these. out of these little things. And that's great. And here, actually, let's select something so it's not sad. And here is the med hut. Here you can produce also 3 types of things. This is an old one, so herbal medicine, but before you could only produce that, later in the game in the med lab, but now you can produce it a little bit earlier in the game. Then we have antibody, as I said, you can see the ingredients there, and we have anti-stress, and the ingredients are there as well. So it takes a little bit of that new lunar dust. Oh, also I forgot to mention, I have really dressed up for the occasion. I found this little bottle of something that I thought looked like our lunar dust. So I had to have it on today's stream. So I hope you appreciate that. Okay, and now I think I have shown, let's see, what else? Oh yes, let's see if this event actually could show us, because we have also added to most of the events hope rewards, or maybe not rewards if they're negative. But let's see if luck is on our side and we could see that in action. I'd say we hunt it and let's see. Okay, no, just this option and this choice did not grant us any hope, but if it did, you could see here, hope declined or increased, and then it would have an immediate, you could see it immediately from here, but this event did not do that, sadly. Okay, now I'll also check my notes once more. Okay, maybe I could talk to you a little bit about the free stuff we have going on in this DLC. I don't see any questions, but I know that I went through these features fast, so if you have any questions or want me to repeat something, please do say that. As I said, I'm very familiar with these things, and it can be sometimes hard to realize how fast you're going. But about the free features that will be, free for everyone playing the game, that will be released, around the same time that the DLC gets, but there might be some, they might get released a bit earlier. Don't ask me these things. Don't ask me about the release schedule, but soon anyway. So for everyone, I said that there will be 7 new events for anyone that gets this DLC, but there will also be 6 new events for everyone, and primarily for the early game. So it becomes a little bit more varied and exciting. So new events, that's one thing that is coming up. Then we have new building visuals. We have updated over 30 of our buildings to be more distinctive. And something you might have noticed is, for example, food storage. So it looks very different than it used to. It has this nice red fabric in here. So it's more distinguished from the stockpile. So you might be able to notice those changes while playing. Then also, oh yes, this is one of my favorite things. It might seem small to you, but you now can see all the demolished resources. I have been waiting for this for so long, and I am almost too excited about it. But yeah. It's very nice. Also, I believe, I did not even show, I do believe we have tooltips here as well. Yeah, so these are new. You can well, I do not have anything to repair, do I? But let's see. Yeah, so there is a new tooltip there, so it makes things easier. And here, if you would like to overtime multiple buildings, you can use this new tool, which is also pretty cool. Well, of course, you cannot overtime these buildings because they're homes, but if I were to select buildings that I can boost, I could just do it with one click of a button, and it's not I don't have to micro everything, so it's pretty cool. What else we do not have a catastrophe notification here right now. Maybe we could get one if I play a little faster, but well, if you played the game And when there's a catastrophe coming, it has said like 1 day left until the catastrophe or 0 days left. Now it shows hours, so it's much easier to see exactly when the next catastrophe will hit. So it goes nicely, with the hope feature, so you can do more informed decisions on whatever you're doing. So small things, but I think really impactful. So I'm really glad the team was able to make all of this. Then, yes, also we have new colonist portraits for women and children. So four child posters, photographs, whatever, and for 7 portraits for women. And I wonder if we can find them somewhere. No, that one has been in the game since the beginning. Maybe I'll just go to the statistics because that is much easier. I can see, and if you've never used statistics, this is great. You can just check everything from here. The problem, of course, is that I am so used to these portraits already, but I do believe this one, for example, is new. Well, he's new. Well, if you played the game, maybe you can like see from here that there actually are new faces that I just, I believe she's new. I cannot identify anymore. Then we have a question. Any chance of a Mac OS release? And sadly, we do not have plans for that. But me, as a Mac user myself, I would be super glad if that would happen because playing with my PC is not as good as my Mac, so it's more annoying to play with that one. I hope I could use my Mac. So I am with you. I do hope we could make a Mac release, but currently we do not have that planned. But I'll keep asking. Maybe someday. I hope. I'll just put the time back on so maybe we can naturally see some of the new features here. And of course, there will be bug and balance fixes, but I won't go into those in more detail. And once all of these gets released, you can see all the changes, everything I forgot to mention, or if you want to recheck something while you're playing, there will be a change log on both the free side and the DLC side, so you can read those and really see for yourself like everything that is happening. And something that I also forgot to mention, even though this DLC is not available to like get just yet, you can wishlist it on Steam if you want to, or if you want to like read more info of it, see some pictures. There it all is. We have a battle, and I wonder if we could lose on purpose so that we could maybe see the hope. Okay, I'll just tell them to leave. That usually works. Okay, yeah. They're absolutely destroying the gates. And then we get to see either, what happens when we lose or what happens when we win to our hope bar. You sound like a Finn. Well, there is a good reason for that because I am a Finn. So yeah, that's why my English is not perfect and I cannot remember all the words. Is because I'm not a native speaker. Please be kind to me. All right, and as you could see, that went really fast because, and also we have this one. All right, great. And that went really fast because I had forgotten to put us in normal mode. But, hope fell because we really lost this battle badly. We need to repair that. And then. Here we have nuclear fallout incoming. And as you can see, as I said, it's not days anymore. It's actually hours. And that is very helpful. At least to me. And what else? What else would I like to show you guys? Maybe this one. Maybe you can vote, like if you want me to really check that location or not. But I could want to like keep something a secret. Keep something a secret still. Okay, I went through this very fast. Maybe I can just play the game a bit and see what comes up. Okay. Is it possible to rob caravans in the game? I believe that if you get the first DLC, the first DLC's name, I have like the worst worst blackout of my life. But if anyone can remember the name of the first DLC that we have released, Uniting the Wasteland or something. In that one, you can actually do more with the societies. In this save, I do not have it turned on, that DLC, just to, make it simple, make it more simple, that what is in this DLC is more clearly visible. But in that one, you can truly, like, attack the societies and try force them to join you. And there's all kinds of very exciting and nice things, going on in the world map. But without that DLC, sadly, no, you cannot be that hostile. Even though, yes, it will be. It will be cool to have that on the free side as well. All right. And yeah, I do not think I have anything else, Britt. I might have skipped over something, but yeah, this is basically it. So just to recap, everything that's been going on here is the hope is the biggest new thing. You have to manage that, and the pre-game set things that you have made have a huge impact on how hard this is to keep up. If you are doing well, colonists cannot become anguished, so you're doing great. Everybody's happy, super happy, as you can see. But if you're doing badly, it will gradually fall. You can see these little tick marks here. So gradually people will become more and more anguished. And I can tell you, if you let it fall here, like completely to the end, I don't know how long you will be able to survive, because that's bad. Very bad things will happen if you let it fall that far. So that is the big thing. Then the feasts, which could we already do another feast? Yes, because the duration's over. Then you can have feasts, small or big ones, and it has a beautiful animation here. Yes, so everybody's partying, and then we have more hope. And if you were running out of resources, you can boost buildings. But of course, I am not. I have every kind of resource I could ever ask for, but just trust me, if I would play this for a couple of hours, many of these resources would be depleted, and then I might have a real need to boost something. And yeah, I think those are, and yeah, of course, then the falling moon rocks that are tied to boosting. Those are one of the most important new things. Oh yeah. I think that truly is everything. I still have like 9 minutes because I have like talked so fast. So I guess we just play and see. Colonists are homeless. I'll just fix that, I'll just fix that. I think I have so many resources that I can basically do anything. I am a god here. So calm when you don't have much to worry about. Everything is going so nicely. The power of cheating is great. Although it does make things, a little bit boring when you just can't do anything and everything. But luckily that's just my issue because, well, of course, most of us can't cheat in this game. Let's see. Okay. Maybe we could visit this location as well. What do we have here? Let's see. Oh yeah. So this is the last thing I will show of the quest, but just, oh yes. Well, it's good that we opened this one because this reminded me of some very important points. So I'll just read it to you. Just when the crash site comes into view, something seems off. Deep tire marks of unknown origin already seem to lead straight toward the crater. Sensing danger, the specialist gives it a wide berth, choosing to approach stealthily from the other side. Peeking over the ledge, they see a massive hole in the ground with dimly glowing moon rocks and heavily armed bandits guarding the site while shackled individuals break the rocks apart. Interesting. Engaging the bandits head-on would be far too dangerous right now, but one of their trucks could be followed and ambushed later. And we have beautiful new illustrations for all of these, all of the phases of the quest, so that is like one of the best things. I am very glad about that. And then we have the next location here, but I will not visit that one. Actually, is there a question? Do you play any other Paradox games yourself? Yes. Well, I'm a big Crusader Kings 3 fan. I absolutely adore it and can, strongly recommend it. I also play other games, but that one is absolutely my favorite. It is so fun. I also love the events there and everything fun you can do. It's just great. And there is a bit of a learning curve there, but if I were able to get over it, so will anyone else. So that is a 10 out of 10 game. But what this event reminded me is that I could talk a little bit about the robbers that will now come to your gate, because when you gather lunar dust, or actually even if you don't gather it, the moon falls that occur somewhere in your colony. They also attract bad guys. So we have new combat events. Right now we can't see them, but people might come to your doorstep and demand to have your lunar dust, and if they don't, they will attack. And these guys are the same baddies as you encounter in the quest. So, there's a lore there, but I will not spoil it, but I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, bunch of new events, bunch of things to do. And what I should also mention is that if our first DLC was more geared, towards endgame, really giving you things to do at the end and in the world map, this DLC, on the other hand, gives you things to do from the beginning and really kind of makes it easier, but also makes it a lot harder constantly. So just keep that in mind while playing. So they're very different, but I think both are very cool. And as I said, this one is a bit cheaper than the first DLC was, so there's a little bit less content, and that is why. But I must say, I'm really, really proud of this DLC, even though it is not as big as the first one. But I think it's great, and I hope everyone, if you choose to play this, I hope you'll enjoy it and send all kinds of feedback, because I will be reading them all. And if there are, of course, if there are like big issues, we will look into them as well. Oh yeah, I think that is it. Feel free to ask questions also on the forums and wherever you are. Oh yeah, and just once more. Oh, and now we hit a nuclear fallout, of course. Just to recap, this DLC will be released on the 3rd of November and on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. So please look forward to that one, and thank you for watching the stream. This has been all from me. I'll say you goodbye, and after that, I do believe we could watch that very awesome trailer once more. So goodbye, everyone, and thank you very much for watching, and see you later. Goodbye.
I repeat, this is a general alert. A severe lunar debris warning. Take shelter and keep safe from impact. Repeating, a severe lunar debris warning. Take shelter.